Hello and welcome to another episode of the Super Cyclone Challenge. I think this is now our fifth episode or our fourth episode? You know what? I've already lost count. It's our fourth episode. It feels like it's going by so quickly because we've had so many doubles that have gone through our doors so far on the series. Many of them have done so-so in terms of their performances. So far, the best score came in our last episode, where we had Xavier and Ethan, who crashed out at 75 miles per hour. As per usual, no one has successfully walked away during this series so far. They all got knocked out by getting a question wrong. Well, maybe our next pairing will buck that trend, or indeed do better than our top pair so far. Now, don't forget, before I introduce them, the teams, however, what points they get at the end, the mile per hour that they reach, say that they got to 100 miles per hour and walked away, then that's the money amount that they would win at the end of their game. Split between the two would be $50 each. And the team who do the best during our whole series in our finale will then go through to a special game where they can really win big. Wow, exciting times ahead. Well, without further ado, let me introduce tonight's pairing. We have Sebastian, who was with us in our last series. We'll talk about that in a moment. And Marlene, who we've never seen before, and it's nice to get to meet you for the first time.
Thank you.
First, I'll talk to Sebastian. Now, you may remember the last game that we played didn't go entirely to plan. Do you think you're going to do better this time?
Yes. Again, I'm going to a lot better not run out the door at question one.
Let's hope so. And Marlene, what encouraged you to take part in this? Do you have a... how long have you been watching Force 13?
I've been watching it for a few years now. I got started with weather. Unfortunately, I'm very older because my first weather experience was an EF4 tornado in Edmonton, Alberta on July 31st, 1987.
My goodness. But hey, experience is a very good thing in terms of this game show.
I've watched every single Hurricane Week a couple of times. I've watched some of the old episodes of the Super Cyclone Challenge.
Wow, that makes me feel a little bit... Sorry, just struggling a bit with the audio there, but you've seen every Hurricane Week twice, you said, so that is pretty impressive, and starting to make me feel a little bit nervous about all the other things you might have seen during our long and illustrious history.
I'm just completely floppy disk because I used them.
Yes, David's floppy disk. I mean, I just like to tease him a little bit on his... I'm sure David's got many years on you, but he's still hanging about. All right. Nice.
The whole thing. Because it's like, I use those.
Yes, certainly. Well, it's nice to meet you both, and I hope sincerely that you do well tonight. As always, we will have the 24 questions, which will propel these two contestants up the mile per hour tree. That's all that separates them from the jackpot. Our safe zones at 40 miles per hour, 75, 115, 150, and 180. As always, you'll have 4 lifelines to begin with. The half-time lifeline, where we move on to the next question, but halve the time limits. The 50-50, flip the question, and the dreaded risk lifeline, where our next pair would be put into the seat on a potential steal. And if you get the first 5 questions correct without using a lifeline, you'll get the double dip added to your arsenal. Alright, are we familiar with how the game is played? Anything I need to clarify for you?
Yep.
All good?
Yep.
All good.
Fantastic. Well, I guess we'd better begin. So, another game underway, and I hope we do well. That's what we want to see with everyone. Here is the first question then, as I try to get all my little threads in order here, which will of course get us to 20 miles per hour. In popular culture, storms that remain out to sea are referred to as what? Is it cat storm, dog storm, fish storm, or alligator storm?
Fish storm.
Storm.
Final answers.
Yeah.
That is the right answer, 20 miles per hour. There we go. Wow, I didn't think we'd see a question like that coming up. Yep, we acknowledge that fish storms exist. Yes, okay, let's move on. Oh no, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, all the things are playing at once. Nope. Right, moving on to the next question. Hey, we got through it without too much of a scar. Next question will get us to 30 miles per hour. Here it is. Good luck. Traditional tropical cyclones develop from what? Is it tropical lows, fronts, polar lows, or highs?
Tropical low.
Tropical low, final answer.
Final answer, Sebastian?
Yep.
It is the right answer for 30 miles per hour. Solid
I
start from the
finally
team.
did not mess up on the second question.
Was it the second question that you
Yes.
Was it really? Oh, I can't remember
broke
exactly
my
what happened
record.
now. Yeah, I know you didn't do very well. I thought you at least got the 40. Okay, never mind. I'm sure Marlene feeling very encouraged by Sebastian's past performance. On to the next.
Yeah.
For 35 miles per hour, here it is. During major landfall events, Force 13 typically presents what? Is it block party, wedding, live coverage, or scuba dive?
Live coverage.
Live coverage, final answer.
Man, that was a silly question. That's the right answer, yes, for 35 miles an hour. It's been a walk in the park so far. Well, it is going to get more difficult, I can guarantee you that. So, let's see if we can complete the first 4 questions in a very easy fashion. 40 miles per hour coming right up as soon as I rejig these things. Of course, those 4 lifelines available, and you can always walk away, but I don't think you'll be doing that yet. Here we go. In 2014, Hurricane Iselle peaked in which basin? Is it the Atlantic Ocean, Eastern Pacific, Western Pacific, or Indian Ocean?
Oh,
10 seconds.
Half.
Quickly. Do
Pacific?
you want a lifeline?
Half. Question.
You went for the half time? Or did you go with Western Pacific?
I said Eastern Pacific, I'm guessing.
Sebastian? Please tell me, Sebastian. I should have timed you out, but I'm giving you this one chance.
Eastern.
Final answer.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing this, but it is the right answer for 40 miles an hour. People will hate me for that, but I like you too, so I've done it. Okay, executive decision done, and you get the 40 miles an hour. Perfect.
My video connection was going all up and down. I was like, am I about to crash?
You've got to think quickly though, and get come up with an answer, and if not, you just got to plump for a lifeline. Really, 30 seconds on the next questions. So just know you're not correct yet. Oh dear. So we've got to time these. You got to make sure you get it within the time limit, and obviously, okay. Let's calm down, and here we go with question 5. If you do get this right without using a lifeline, you get the 5th lifeline, the double dip. Here we go. The Australian cyclone scale classifies storms based on which parameter? Is it winds, pressure, size, or land impacts?
Wind.
Yeah.
Final answers?
Yes.
Yep, they've gone with it. And that is the right answer, yes. and gifting the 5th lifeline and 50 miles per hour. Exquisite. I sort of gambled on you guys, and hopefully you won't prove me wrong. Next question will get us a little bit higher and getting closer towards that hurricane status slowly but surely for 60 miles per hour. Some people have failed on that this series. No, I've done it again. Here it is. In 2018, reanalysis of Hurricane Esther in 1961 upgraded the storm to which category? Is it 1, 3, 4, or 5?
Four final answer?
You've gone, Sebastian?
Whatever. I don't know. Whatever she said.
10 seconds. You're going with final answer 4?
Yeah.
Alright. Gone with 4. Marlene, was it a guess?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All that pinned onto a guess. Are you lucky today? Guys, the answer is no, you were wrong. I'm really sorry. It was category 5 that it was upgraded to from 4, admittedly. But
Domination again.
well, we did throw you a little lifeline of our own there on the 4th question, and you do go away with the 40 miles per hour, $20 each. Not too bad for just 15 minutes of chatter. It's been a pleasure seeing you both, and Marlene, I hope we can chat again soon, because we always value people who have extensive backgrounds.
Oh, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Sebastian, you did a bit better than last time, hey?
Totally.
All right, thank you very much. So that was the earlier game. I say earlier because that was actually a pre-record from earlier because of timing schedules that we had to work around. We are now actually live in the studio with our next pairing. Exciting times. Interesting game that we just had there. They flunked out in the end. Another 40 mile per hour winner. And some might argue that I shouldn't have given them it, but I liked them. They're all right. So they get the 40 mile an hour that they go home with. All right. Well, tonight my next pairing, which will hopefully last 2 episodes, because that means they'll be doing really well. We have someone new and someone pretty new. We have Gabriel and we have Neil joining us again. You were in the Super Cyclone Challenge All In not long ago. What's the word? The unfortunate episode where we ran out of questions. And that will definitely not be happening tonight. Because I think Neil might be, he might have 1 or 2 things up his sleeve, and I want to see how good he actually is. But this is doubles, and of course, the 2 of you will have to agree on everything that comes out in these questions. Now, Gabriel, you've never been on a stream before. It's nice to meet you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, of course. I've been watching Force 13 since 2016. Ever since I got impacted by Hurricane Matthew. By that time, I've just been really intrigued with hurricanes. I'm very glad I found this channel, and it's an honor to be here.
Oh, well, it's an honor to have you. And Neil, you're over there as well. You're in a car, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it home in
Still
time,
point
so
that out.
I just parked. I'm parked. I'm safe. I just thought I better make sure I didn't miss the event and just park the car.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to presume, but like Marlene there, she first started tracking the tornadoes in 1987. You got that beat?
Kinda. I had a tornado on my birthday in 1981.
Oh
That's
my
kind of
goodness.
how I. Well, I obviously didn't start when I was 4, but at least it always piqued my interest remembering back to the day that there was a tornado on my birthday.
Oh, that must have been. I mean, that's the kind of thing that would stick with you for sure.
Yeah, party ends and you have to crouch for a tornado warning.
Right. So, how do you all think your hurricane knowledge is? You've seen the previous games on the Super Cyclone Challenge. People haven't been doing very well. Do you think you're thinking confidently? Ah, these questions are easy. We'll get past that. No problem. What do you think?
I think it's going to escalate quickly once we get up to the tropical storm status, because that's when people usually seem to be struggling for this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just hope we get through the first 5. Let's just hope we get. Excuse me. Let's just hope we get through the first 5 questions before we have to use any of the lifelines, so we get that dreaded double dip lifeline. Not dreaded.
Oh, that one's not dreaded.
valuable.
Yeah, it's the risk lifeline that's dreaded, along with all the others. All right. So you're familiar with everything, guys? Can we press on, or do you need to clarify a few things?
I apologize. Could you just remind about the lifelines?
Yep, so as always, the lifelines, you will have 4 to begin with, along with the 24 questions. You will have the half-time lifeline, where we move on to the next question, but the time limits get halved. The 50-50, which is quite obvious, you can flip the question entirely, or the dreaded risk lifeline, where another pairing will sit in your place and try to steal your game from you if they get that question right. Bit dreaded. If the 5 questions in a row are answered correctly without using a lifeline, you will get the double dip, where you can go for 2 answers if it's a struggle. All right. Let's hope we get some more comedic questions like we had in the first game. And let's go to question 1 and see what we've got. Good luck, team. In which century did satellites begin to monitor storms? Was it the 14th century, 18th, 20th, or 21st?
20th century.
Final answers.
Final.
That
Final.
is the right answer. Well done. Yes. 14th century satellites.
Who would have guessed?
Just throw something up in the air and.
Yeah. Right. Got to sort my questions out here because they're all over the place. Do. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? Oh, not again. Oh, I've butchered up the whole thing. All right. This is the... I'm really sorry. I mean, you guys must... This can't be instilling you with the feel-good attitude. All right, here's the next question. What was the most active Atlantic hurricane season recorded? Was it 1884, 1950, 2005, or 2020?
I've been thinking a lot about this. No, it's 2020 final.
Right. D final.
Agreed, we got it.
Final.
Yep, that's 30 miles per hour. There it goes. Is that running more slowly than usual? What is it doing? That just seemed really slow. I don't know. If that's not playing at full speed, that'll sound really weird to everyone, but no, it is. I was just a bit confused by that. Alright, don't mind me. Let's go on to the next question, which will get you one step closer to that tropical storm status. And we'll have 10 minutes to spare if you manage that. Just got to fight. What's happened is that because we've already had the previous question rack, I've got to fight between 2 racks at once. Okay, here it is. In 2020, Hurricane Laura reached its peak. In which area? Is it the Sargasso Sea, Gulf of Mexico, Eastern Caribbean, or Gulf of California?
Gulf of Mexico.
Mexico B.
Final answer.
B final.
We got it. It's another right answer. So 35 miles an hour and 1 short of tropical storm status. They're celebrating already. Look at that. So we're about to.
Never want to celebrate too early.
Well, hey, I mean, what? Well, we'll talk in a moment about that, assuming you get the next question right. Hopefully you will. I can't see it not happening with the wealth of experience that you two have combined. Here it is. Which hurricane caused major impacts in New England in 1991? Is it Max, Bob, Sam, or Pat?
Bob.
You sure?
Bob. Final. Yes, final.
Neil, you were a bit gormless there for a moment.
For a moment, yeah, and I had to think about
Yeah.
It is the right answer for tropical storm status. Hurrah! There they are. Yeah, so how far do you think or would you like to get tonight, folks?
I'm hoping at least to get to hurricane status.
That would be nice.
Only
Agreed.
one team has done that so far. And how many have we had now? It's something like 6 or 7 different teams now.
The odds are against us, but we got this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good confidence from the team there. Here we go with the next question. Question 5. The most active part of the southwest Indian Ocean is near which island? Is it Mauritius, Diego Garcia, Silhouette, or Zanzibar?
I think it's A.
A or what?
I think it's A, but I'm not.
Mauritius.
That'd be by reading.
10
as
seconds,
well.
guys.
Madagascar. So.
Lifeline.
Lifeline? Are we going lifeline? Okay. Which lifeline would you like to choose?
Neil?
50-50?
I say we go 50-50.
All right.
All right.
You will have 4 seconds left to respond, so make sure it's real quick. It is... Where has it gone? It is between Mauritius and Zanzibar.
Mauritius.
Mauritius final.
It's the right answer. There they go.
I
50
thought it
miles
was
per hour.
ever out this lifeline.
I know. You were saying it. Well, 50
All right, had to happen.
miles per hour, and we don't get the double dip lifeline. Oh.
All right.
And don't forget, you can walk away at any point, just for that little bit extra. 50 right now if you decide to walk away at the next question. So, we'll get onto it as soon as I press a few more buttons. Oh dear. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'm getting carried away with it myself. Next question will get you to 60 miles per hour, which will yield more excitement from this team. And here it is. Where did Hurricane Dorian make its final tropical landfall? Is it the Bahamas, South Carolina, North Carolina, or Nova Scotia?
I think I remember this. This is North Carolina. Dorian was extratropical before it hit Nova Scotia, so I think it'd be North Carolina. It didn't hit South. North Carolina final. North Carolina final.
Final answers, okay. Gone North Carolina. Do you think it's right?
I hope so.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, there we go. The feel good attitude's back. It is the right answer. 60 miles per hour, there they go. That's good. And that means we're 2 questions away from hurricane status of matching Xavier and Ethan's final score. Ooh, they'll be annoyed if they get beaten. Although we might not have time to see it through tonight if we get that far. But here is the next question. Which one is it? We are going with this one. For 70 miles per hour, here it is. How long did Hurricane Matthew take to get from tropical storm to its peak intensity? Was it 12 hours, 36 hours, 96 hours, or 144 hours?
It's either 36 or 96. I think it's 36 after I've
That was
watched
rough.
it.
I agree
36?
with you on yeah.
All right, 36 final.
36 5.
Alright, looks like a bit of a gamble here. Neil, do you think it's right?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. There it is again. Will it pay off this time? It absolutely will. It's 70 miles per hour. Oh, it's 70, not 60. It says 60 there, but it is 70. Let me just correct that for you. Hold on a minute. There it goes. 70 miles an hour. I've got to play it because then it says... Wait for it. Wait for it.
Yeah.
Hurricane. What are we doing with our lives? Alright.
Yeah.
No, it's quite important. Okay. Let's see if we can get to hurricane status and then we will probably be out of time. So, question number 8. Best of luck. This is quite important. As soon as I sort everything out again.
As usual.
As usual, thank you. Yes, very important. Here it is. Three lifelines available and you can walk. 30 seconds. Rapid intensification is defined by the National Hurricane Center as an increase of at least how much in 24 hours? Is it 10 knots, 20 knots, 30 knots, or 40 knots?
Oh,
I thought it was 30.
I thought it was.
I might be thinking miles per hour though.
Yeah. Should we go with the
10
lifeline?
seconds.
Yeah, lifeline.
Lifeline.
All right,
Lifeline.
Lifeline going. Which one are you going to go with, guys? You have the halftime flip the question or risk.
Should we flip the question, or should we go halftime?
Halftime.
Halftime. Yeah.
That will halve the time limits on all future questions.
It'll get us to the hurricane status that we wanted. So let's do
That is
it.
a way to think of it. It really is. You're happy to do that then?
Yeah.
Very, very much.
Well,
Am I gonna regret not taking 30 knots though?
in that way, let's celebrate hurricane status then through the half-time lifeline. And I can tell you the right answer was 30 knots.
Oh God! That's twice.
It's twice.
Dang.
Oh dear. Guys, we're out of time for the night. How do you feel? You've got to hurricane status at 75 miles per hour.
Well, we're on par with
Yeah,
we're on par with Xavier. If we
that
hit,
is safe and guaranteed. And are you both going to be available same time next week?
sure will.
Sure.
Yep. So that's another episode in the making there. This could be a bit of a classic. Reminds me of other classics, most of them involving Marcel. But there we have it. Did you feel you've done fairly well so far?
Yes.
Acco-
It could have
from
been better
the-
though. Darn it.
Yeah, but from what I've seen, I think it's at least average.
At least average. Well, viewers, if you think you could do a better job, send us a message. contact@force13.com, because I think we are starting to run short of applicants, so we might accept some more, but we're not sure yet, because we want to try and make the series run until the eve of hurricane season, I think, is supposed to be the finale or whatever. So we are only in early April, so there's still a bit of a wait. I think we're expecting people to do better, and we'd have 1 double per show on average, but at the minute we're going through 2 doubles per show. But that's Gabriel and Neil. Thanks for taking part once again. We'll see them again next week. But from here, my name is Nathan Foy from Force 13 Studio 4. We'll see you again soon. Good night.